How is everyone going? My name's Beat the Boss, and welcome to another episode of Captain of Industry. Now, in our last episode, we got our concrete plant now running. We just need to get the water to it, which we can certainly do by just making another little. If we set up another little, let's get rid of all this real quick, and let's throw this there, and we can just run some pipes over here to feed into that one, just until we get this all sorted. So we'll say that we don't need anything here, but for this one we do. And we should see water starting to head over here. Just no trucks on it currently. Here we go. Possibly have some trucks coming now. Well, we did for a second. It seems like there's trucks that want to come over here, but they can't. We've almost got through all of our trash here. Now it's just a case of expanding. Oh, okay, I see. So we can't get through here at the moment, so let's quickly fix that up with our modifier pillars. We'll chuck a pillar there, and we'll chuck a pillar there, and we will remove this one here. And now trucks should be able to go through there. There we go. Yeah, so that was actually all blocked up there, so that's all fixed up now, and these trucks should be, once they figure out that they can actually travel through there. There we go. They will now start going towards there. Now we can even move this over a bit more, just to make sure there is plenty of room. And also now with that done, let's completely cut all of this off here, so we can start getting that built. Take all the water out of here completely, because the plan is now to actually remove this whole system here. Because we won't be receiving concrete from here anymore, and that is what this line here is for. Why we're not producing concrete is because we have no water, which we should be having water starting to rock up now, which we can see that they are filling it up. We might even upgrade that to a tier 2 pipe. That way we can transfer water a little bit faster. We'll speed up time a little bit again. And get that moving. This guy is waiting for a truck, but it also looks like he is stuck as well. Where is our tower here? We've got 3 trucks. There we go, he's not stuck anymore. Let's just have a look over here. We do have a lot of trash in here, and I don't think we're burning necessarily all of it, so we do have more vehicles being built. Let's also have a look at our loan. We've only got 2,181 left on it. It's due in 9 months, so let's put 500 on that straight away. And now we only owe 281 instead of 312, so we've just saved ourselves a little bit of time there. And once we get out of that, we should be moving pretty sweet. Water situation over here is pretty rough, so we need to look at getting some better ways of getting some desalination. But we have unlocked trains, so, well, we haven't unlocked trains, but we can unlock some trains. So let's add that as well as that onto there. Now the fireless train uses steam. So we've got a couple of different options here. We've got steam locomotives, diesel locomotives, and that is all we have. Steam uses 4. We get 4.8. We get 2 pollution out of that, 4.8 out of that. But we have a lot more power out of steam. Interesting. Oh, which does make sense to have more power out of steam. Anyway, the ammonia is full. The sulfur is full. So, what can we use ammonia for? We can't use it for anything just yet. We can burn it, which we might do, only because at the moment we've got 400 water pollution, so burning might be the better option here. So let's chuck 2 on there for now. We'll just get those built straight away. Don't really want to burn our sulfur if I can help it. Okay, so let's add ammonia to that one and ammonia to that one. So that will be burning that off now. And we're starting to get water by the looks of it. We're going to say trucks can deliver to here. But how's our water over here looking? It's not too bad. We probably could create ourselves a second one. So we're just going to copy and paste that. And chuck that in there. And then what we will do is we'll have something like that for there. But we'll just use a little bit of Unity to build all of that. We should build most of it at least. What's going on over here with our parts? We've got the concrete. We've got plenty of concrete. We're actually building it up. That is good to see. We have a solid amount of concrete coming in. We can also upgrade this to get more concrete again, but at the moment we're producing 48 concrete per minute, which should be all we need at the moment. It is currently building, so that is good to see. Our iron situation is pretty good, but our wood situation isn't. So let's look at... Ooh. Now to do that, before we do that, let's go to vehicle parts 2. We need glass, and to make glass we need a glass maker, which we haven't discovered yet. So we can definitely start to discover it, which is where the acid will come in handy. But we're just not quite there yet. Anyway, let's connect this pipe up here. Probably go up and above all of this stuff. That's a bit high. Let's go down one. And go straight across here. And then we'll connect it straight up to there, but we'll make that a tier 2 pipe. Quickly build that. That should then boost our water levels. That's going to be using a bit more power, but we need it to make our system run a bit faster. There we go. Let's also upgrade this to a next level pipe as well. As you can see, our water is a lot more full now. And we're probably going to run a pipe over here. Probably the way to do this is if we just quickly, if we quickly cut this off, let that disappear. And if we get ourselves a pipe balancer, quickly build that and say that is the priority output, so keep this tank full. Might even upgrade that to the next level, as well as this one here. We won't say to get rid of water out of it. We'll let that build up, and what we will do is we'll actually chuck a second tank here. We'll just speed build this, that way we're not wasting any water. Yeah, you'll see that all of our water, even though we've got this connected, set that as the priority, so all of our water is going to be going into here first. I don't want vehicle, actually, yeah, we do want vehicles to deliver water to there. Okay, absolutely draining this. That's because that says full. Okay, that's solved that problem. So yeah, we got all these vehicles now heading over here to deliver this water when we don't need it. And as you can see, because that's full, now this one's starting to fill up by itself. And once that one's full, then this will be full over here. The whole reason I've done that is because I'm going to run a pipe over to here. And we're probably going to connect up to this one here and change the way that it goes. So if, or we could even, yeah, we're just going to connect that straight up to that. So let's just do that. Let's grab our level 2 pipes here, because we want fast water flow. We're going to run it at the back. I don't know if running it against this wall is going to be a good idea, but I guess what we can do is we can level this down and take it level by level. But we're going to run straight across here, and then straight into this pipe here. We'll get that to be built really quick, and what we're going to do is upgrade this pipe here. We're going to tell it to turn around, and what we're going to do is take out that and take out to there as well. We'll just quickly remove that one so we can build this nice and quick. There we go. Attach that straight onto there, and there we go, we are now building water. Yeah, I'm probably going to be moving the town out of here and moving it along the shore here, just to help out with space over here, because I do want to redesign the way we're dealing with our ores here, as well as all the manufacturing, because it's sort of, well, it's not sort of, it's definitely a mess. So if we can sort this out a little bit, it will look a lot better, and we're not using trucks to get everything around with the way I would have it sort of set up. But we need another 4 housing, four housing space to put over here. So we are slowly clearing this out, and it will be cleared out in a little bit still. This is where the larger vehicles would come in handy to do this, but yeah, at the moment we don't have that option to be able to do that. Let's look at our loan. It's due in 5 months. I think they're already taking stuff over there for it. Yeah, they're already putting all the fuel in it, and just like that, we've already hit it. I wouldn't mind getting the stacker so we can build out, but I don't know if I really want to turn this on just yet. I mean, we have the workers, so I guess, yeah, let's do it. Let's turn that on. Some trucks will go straight over to our tier 2s to start taking parts from them. When they're ready, that is. It is taking us a little bit of time to build these up. We could even upgrade one of these to a level 4, or level 3, so we might just do that real quick, just so we can get more parts being built. As you can see, we now produce 24 a minute instead of the 12. We can even go one more and go 48, which is exactly how much concrete we're producing. But our concrete's pretty backed up at the moment, so there's no worry with that. And these guys are still working. We're pretty much wasting coal on that, so let's destroy all that. So we don't need that anymore. That will give us some of our construction parts tier 1 back. And once we empty this storage unit, we'll destroy that, and we'll destroy the conveyor on here as well. So that's not going to be an issue. We have stopped, and that's because we're out of wood. So we really need to consider where we're going to start planting trees, and that's why I'm trying to expand out here, but with dirt. And I'll set up a tree farm here. But that looks like that is not going to happen just yet. Let's add a few more trucks to him, just so he's always running, because he's only running 50% of the time, and that's because he's waiting on trucks. So if we can add some more vehicles, it will reduce the time that he is waiting around. Yeah, so now he's waiting around again. We did use him a little bit more this time though. Let's just see, can we... You know what? Let's do it. And we have 2 years to repay this off still, so we won't wait that long. We'll just repay it all off in one go. That way we don't pay as much interest back. So we've paid 15,978 in just interest for that, and that's because we weren't paying it. So now we are starting to pay back what we owe, or what we borrowed. So you'll see remaining interest is at 0. Looks like they're already starting to take out of here to repay that first one, so I guess we can just leave that. That's not going to be an issue. But yeah, as you can see, our trade reputation has gone up, and our interest rate has gone down, as so as our fee and our max loans. So we can probably, yeah, we can borrow 310 tier 3 construction parts if we wanted to. What we'd be looking at is, if we were to borrow that 310, we've only got a $16 fee, and we don't even pay back double. We pay less than that. I do think we can get the fee down a little bit lower, as well as the interest, because the fee is only 16. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that just yet. We don't need to. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Yeah, so we've got our tier 3s being made. We've got steel being made. Well, actually, it is currently ore pause, so let's unpause all of this and see what that's going to look like, how it's going to affect us. Looks like we still have 20 people. And once we dig out some more of this, we will place our second house there. Limestone, looks like we've got plenty of limestone sitting there still. Definitely something to monitor. But it looks like we've got plenty of layers there. We're slowly building our second bypass, but it's flat. So then we can start working back this way and clear this out completely and knock it down. But being a very steep wall that this is, I almost want to head straight up to the top and mine down layer by layer so it doesn't cave in, and we don't get all those other resources where we start getting to, like, so say for instance we got here and we got down, so you've got one layer of rock there, we would actually start getting pure iron and we wouldn't get the mix of resources. Like as you can see here, because we're mining deeper in here, we're getting pure iron. There's no impurities in that, so it saves having to, well, it's saving our vehicles from having to drop it off in here when they can just drop it straight off into here. Copper, on the other hand, we don't really have too much copper coming in, so let's have a quick look at that. I'm going to say it's because of, eventually there's no trucks, but these guys are doing the same thing. It's pure material. So it looks like our copper is doing pretty good, just not enough trucks on it. So we might just add a few more trucks onto there, since we do have quite a few other sort of sitting around. If we have a look up here, we have 25 of them that are sitting idle at the moment, so we'll get that running. Looks like we still have a lot of coal sitting here, so we don't need to worry about that so soon, neither with iron or copper, since there is so much there. There is plenty of that. Limestone's probably going to be our next issue, so we might have to look at some alternatives. Now, it looks like we are researching our trains. How are we going over here? We're still slowly getting there. How have I got that? That looks pretty good. We might even just expand that a little bit further. Clear that whole patch there. We also might set out this whole area as our dump ground as well. Cool, so we've unlocked trains now. So, I don't know if I want to set up a train route just yet, because it's going to be a bit awkward to get it down here. But maybe once we get this up and running here, we probably set something up for our iron ore to be sent straight over. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit hard to find space to try to have a train here. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a bit hard to do that. Anyway, we've burnt all of our ammonia. We got plenty of water here, plenty of water there. Where are we pulling that water off? Here. And these produce 21 water each. So what we might do is we might just pause that line there, and any water we get from here, we should be able to use. So if we set that up there with a fast U-shaped belt to just quickly empty that, and just quick build all of that. So our water pumps should be running again, which they are. Beautiful. We might even boost one of these just to keep it going. We're out of sour water. That'd be why. There we go. We shouldn't be... No, we're definitely dumping more still. Okay, so let's just stop that again. And we will pause that line and get it running again. That should help with our pollution, as well as build up our sulfur as well. And now this is full. Let's build ourselves a fluid tank here. Let's go one there. Let's make 2 of these. We'll just quick build those. And we'll connect up our pipe to it. Turn off our build mode, that way it's now constantly running, and we should be consuming that water now. Once it empties out, which it is, and we'll even boost that one for now too, just to help out with that. Take the boost off here, because these are only producing 36 each, so we'll leave these because these are on 36 as well. Yeah, so now we need 60 water, so these should constantly be fighting for the water. And we might stop burning our heavy oil for now. Not much we can do with our light oil, so that's going to be an issue for now. We're just going to have to keep burning that until we can come up with a better solution for it. But this acid, we're going to be using that instead of water. So if we get them to remove that, which they should be doing now. We still got trucks bringing some in, but they are taking it all out. And we change that to acid and say we want this half full. We should see trucks bringing that straight away. Once this line clears out, we will also set this for acid as well. Because we're always going to have plenty of acid. Might even just upgrade that one belt just to make it a bit faster, because we're trying to feed from 2 to 1. And we might also just upgrade that belt as well. That way it can constantly feed those 2 copper electrolysis. Fucking however that's pronounced. Looks like we do have a backlog of that, so let's get rid of that with all of that. And we will connect. We'll just get that done really quick. And we will connect that up straight away. Make that nice and quick. And that should be dumping. You'll see that will dump to level the ground out. So if we change this to rock, we'll see how the rock stacks up. And we're going to say for this to just constantly expand, so we'll put 10 layers on this. It gives us a preview on what it's going to look like. So that should be pretty good. That should hopefully be enough to sort out our issue here. But yeah, I don't really want to send the actually, you know what, let's do that. So if we break those 2 there really quick, let them destroy, and if we place ourselves another U-shaped conveyor and say for this one to filter out the slag, we can then run a line here straight on top. Why are you doing that? There we go. You shouldn't be snapping onto there at all. And we want this to be running into the slag, which is there. So if we set that up there and grab ourselves a U-shaped lift, and run this 2 down. We copy that and go down 1. Quickly build that, spin it around, as well as quickly build these as well. They are going to have a height difference, but that should be fine. As long as trucks can still get through there. There we go. And once that's built, which it is built now, we can actually come over here and unpause this line. It looks like we got trucks bringing slag over here. And you'll see now we're starting to have full lines along there, but it will actually take the slag off. We'll see here. There we go. So it's starting to take the slag off. It will be taking the rock as well when rock is required. We should probably set up a balancer for this as well. So let's quickly just destroy that. And put in our balancer. Yeah, that should be fine. Quickly build that. That's going to be the priority out. And alright, so what about if we were to go there? There we go. That works fine. There we go. Now, once the slag's full, it won't be stopping the whole line. Cool, so that is building up. We might even upgrade that. We'll let them do it by itself. We'll also upgrade that. And why can't these vehicles get over here, I wonder? Interesting. Let's have a look here. So that actually makes a block there. So let's go to our modify pillars. And if we put a pillar there. Alright, so that's going to be a issue. So let's break those 2 down there. We'll just quickly collect the parts of them. And we will build a new one right here. And we will also go to the same level as that as well. So we'll just deconstruct that whole thing. Just quickly do that. And we will run our belt. So we don't block this off. Let's run our belt this way. Cool. Now vehicles can actually get in here. For the coal, I don't know why they can't get in here. But we are going to just upgrade that one. There we go. So the problem's been solved for that. We'll also upgrade our bin for our manufactured sand as well as our bin for water as well. That way we've always got these full and there's always plenty to do. We'll also upgrade our one for the gravel. We won't put a rush on that. And as we can see here, we are making some solid ground. Which is cool. This is actually pretty empty, so it is doing alright. It's good to see. There's no trash here, they're still mining away. Yeah, so the only way to really expand is by mining out here, which will also help expand out here. There's not really too much else we can do with the whole expanding. I'm just wondering why you aren't actually dealing with any of these trees here. That's alright, you can I guess keep working that way. You do have plenty of trucks here as well, which is good to see. And now he's running at a 92%. He's almost running at 100%, so I think once he keeps going through the months, I think his percent will still be the same. Cool. Alright. Still got plenty of research. We're not doing any research currently, so let's look at getting our sand, our glass making. With glass making, we are going to need sand, which is over here, so we're not going to be able to quite get there just yet. But we can definitely certainly try by making a little route here, and what we'll do is we will expand this area that way, and we'll try and move it over so it's back in line. There we go. And now nothing should be out of the zone there. Right, problem solved. Let's have a look over here again. So it looks like we have got across here. Now they're just doing their expansion along there. We might even just get this ramp all even. Chuck that into there. And we'll level that out as well. Actually, we will not do that at all because we're going to be taking this down once we level this island out. This was just a temporary solution for dumping ground. But cool, so that's doing that. That's still leveling out. That's pretty good. This will be also a little bit patchy. You'll come to notice as it's working away. But it'll be it'll come good once we send some trucks over to finish it up. So this is like a stacker tower. It works pretty well. It's running only 58 per. It's daily about 120. 210, so yeah, so it is running pretty smooth. Its monthly is doing alright. Yeah, if we had the constant line on this would start filling up pretty quick. And because we put a couple of, what are those other ones called? They're like just an auger system. We have a look. They're just a stacker. They're a normal stacker. And then the stacker tower is a lot better, but they can put 900 through per minute, so they've got a very high rate. But yeah, you'll notice when this thing can't reach anymore, it will ask for an extension, and you'll see people over here actually bring stuff over to build the extension for it. It's like a crane setup almost. It's pretty cool. So as you can see, we're starting to use a bit more rock. So what's happening is we're not getting as much throughput through our stacker. And the crushers are working pretty well. They're slowly building up our manufactured sand. Our concrete's still blooming. Got no issues with that. How about our construction parts? Yeah, they're getting pretty full. So we might even request to upgrade all of those as well as our maintenance as well. And our iron situation. What is going on with that? If we wanted to put some more iron through, we probably could. we could boost this, but it's going to take a bit of Unity to do that. So I don't know if I really want to boost that just yet. I don't think we're really going down. I think it's more just stable. And that's because we're just constantly consuming at the moment to build all of our parts up. See, like a lot of iron's coming along here. So it's just taking time to build that. But it looks like if we were to upgrade this line, we might do a little bit better. Let's do that. As well as, since we have sulfur, we need... Water's full, that's because the acid's full. We need a way to start using this. So what we can do is we can get more, by using a little bit more diesel and a bit of sulfur, we can get more rubber and we don't have to worry about the wastewater. So we might look at building something for that. What we might do is request for this to be emptied. That should take it to other places, hopefully. And also upgrade our fuel depot, so we might do that. We'll add a few more trucks to it. We won't actually add any more because we've got too many here. It's 2 sitting there, one's just gone out. If we have a look, I think our loan's been paid off. It has. Wonder if there's... I don't really want to... I want to borrow something to try and get our trade reputation up a bit higher, but I want to find something to work with. I don't really want to do glass because we're not manufacturing glass. You know what? We could probably do potatoes. We'll do it over the 50 years and we'll borrow 2200. And that should boost our reputation as well as get some of this up. So if we were to pay that straight back, so if we go 2310, repay that back. Nah, so we actually didn't get anything back from that. Okay. Let's borrow that and let's see how we go. That is a lot of coal, but we're not really going to be using much of it since we are already, like, we've got more than what we actually need. So we'll set that as a priority 1. But I've got to say not to worry about keeping this empty because otherwise they're going to try and take all this stuff out of it. And we'll get our ship to request for fuel. I don't think we've got any people on here because we don't have enough people on the actual island. Yeah, so that's fine. That shouldn't cause any issue to our dock either, hopefully. See, we're starting to now dump the dirt here. So let's upgrade that one as well. And yeah, alright. I think we might call it an episode here and make a bit of a plan for our next episode. I reckon what we'll do is we will start moving some of this around to make a better system for us. And we do need to move this farm out of here because this is just in the way. So we might try and find a better spot for it, even if we put it up here and sort of make a spot for it. So I don't really know anywhere. Oh, we could put it here. Well, not if we're pushing back. So yeah, we'll try and make a plan for that. We just need more dirt, really. If we can get more dirt, that would be a lot better. But I guess what we could do, thinking about it actually, is we change this tower and say, well, before we even do that, let's do this first. So we're on -3 at the moment. So while all of this is, how am I going to do this? So that's a dump, that's dump, that's all dump, that's also dump. If we clear all of these ones that want to dump resources, we can do this a lot smarter and a lot more better if we make something slightly different. So if we were to say put a ramp in here, yeah, if we were to say to put a ramp in here and then to level it out, I only want you to dump, and we dump on this level here, I think what we would find is that it is possible to make the lower level stone and then put the dirt on top. Probably be a bit more efficient for us. So if we clear that and say you can dump rock here, we will now see trucks bringing a rock over here when I guess it's needed. But for these trucks here, when they're not mixed, so when they're just full of rock, that one's going to be mixed. Oh yeah, when they're full of rock, it'll work out a lot better. So let's add 10 trucks onto here, so these guys are constantly running. Since we have idle trucks, we'll get that going. Now with all of that done, let's probably call it here. Yeah, these are still expanding away, so there'll be plenty of rock near. Most of these trucks will be just straight rock, and we'll see if we click on him, he's going to head straight over here and dump it to level it out. Now we will have that ramp there, but that's fine. We can build our trees on top of all of this. It's going to be filled up. So yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It helps out the channel, it helps me grow, as well as it gives me a bit more of incentive to, publish more videos. But yeah, if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as leaving a comment on your favourite part or your favourite episode, even any feedback if you have. I enjoy reading the comments. But from where I started to where I am now, I couldn't have done it without you guys, so I really appreciate it. But with all of that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.